we had interviewed Jin in the past, and there was a situation that happened that you were involved in that you ended up going to prison for. So, I just want you to explain kind of like the whole situation, what led up to it, what happened, and kind of the after effects of it.
Well, long story short, you know what I'm saying? Jin, I had never met Jin before that. Me and Jin never had really no interaction before that day. But, Jin was hanging out with like, I wouldn't say they were rival. I mean, they were rival gang members, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was part of a gang called Ghost Shadows, and they was part of another set, which, it wasn't like it was war, but it was like, it was always like, uneasy, you know what I'm saying? So, when I had came home, cause I had came home from a 3-year bid before that, you know what I mean? So I had came home, and then when I came home, one of them dudes, they was starting to get into the rap shit too. You know what I'm saying? Another Asian dude, another Chinese dude, he was starting to get into the rap and shit. And one of the gang members was like, they owned the club, and they was like, they was sponsoring him, like he was whatever. So Jin was hanging out with them. So on that particular night that the shit happened, I was strapped. And I had just came from another situation where, I took my head somewhere else. So, when I went into the bar, my head was already gone, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't, so when I got there, I took a couple drinks. I had a couple drinks in my system, and Jin was there. So I wasn't really paying no mind to Jin, you know what I'm saying? But my man had came up to me and was like, yo, Jin had, was like, had like disrespected one of my homies that was locked up, you know what I'm saying? Was like, yo, disrespected one of him by like, doing something to his girl or something to that effect. In reality, like normally I wouldn't have even paid that really no mind. I would have told them to handle it, but because I was like, my mom was already gone, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, all right, whatever, like, what's up? So they went over there, Jin had walked to the bathroom, so the spot, it was called Yellow, you know what I'm saying? The spot was a narrow spot in Chinatown, and son, Jin had walked into the bathroom, like, there was like not before you walk into the bathroom, there's like a little area, so he walked in through the doors or whatever, and my man had went behind him, so me and my man and like, another one, there was like 3 of us, we went into that little veranda and pressed Jin, you know what I'm saying? So Jin is immediately like, he just like, he jumped up and was like, yo, like, and then my man was trying to wrestle with him and put him into the bathroom. So like, while that was happening, I was standing there and I kind of like grabbed Jin and I kind of like threw him into the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? He was about to go into the bathroom, and then like, one of the people that he was with, ran behind, like tried to run behind me, and my mans that was by the door started tussling with him, you know what I'm saying? So when that tussle began, like somebody was like, yo, son got a knife, you know what I'm saying? So then like I turned around, I had the hammer on me, you know what I'm saying? So I pulled out the hammer, and then like by that time I was gone already. It was really like, you know what I'm saying, I was ready to lay something down, you know what I'm saying? Like I was already there. Like I took myself to a point where I'm just going to lay somebody down that night, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't for him, it wasn't for Jin, it wasn't for the other dude, you know what I'm saying? But, my mind was there already. So when son said he pulled out the knife, I turned around and I pulled out the hammer immediately, and then like I had the hammer in the back of his head, like right where the top of his skull is, like right where the top of his spine is, and I pulled the trigger. You know what I'm saying? I had the 40 cal, I put the shit right on his head and I pulled the trigger. And thank God the shit jammed, you know what I'm saying? So like when it jammed, I went back, I brought it down and I'm fixing it. And then like it got a hairpin trigger, you know what I'm saying? So like, anybody that know about that is like, as soon as you even touch it, it's go bang, you know what I'm saying? So like I was already like erratic, and then I pulled it up, and then I was aiming for his head. I was trying to shoot him in the head, you know what I'm saying? But when I lifted up, my finger just like kind of brushed it, and it rang off, bang, you know what I'm saying? And it hit son in the back. So when it hit him in the back, Jim was already gone. He had ran into the kitchen. He wasn't even nowhere near for that scene right there. And then after that, son hit the floor, and then I asked everybody up, it was a whole club. It was probably 75 people there, you know what I'm saying? And everybody saw my face, you know what I'm saying? And then I just walked out that bitch.
So the guy that you shot, this was a friend of Jin's?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they were friends, you know what I'm saying? I guess they was acquaintances. They was trying to ride off of Jin coattail because he was popping at that time. So they was trying to use his fame to get into that, push the Chinese gangster movement, I guess, that type of shit.
The guy gets hit, you walk out of the club, and how soon after that do you get arrested?
I got arrested a year later. I was on the run for a year. They knocked me in Seattle, Washington.
How did you survive for that year being on the run? Because it's very different, being a regular citizen and actually knowing that you're going to go, that you're wanted by the police.
That shit was rough, man. I mean, because at one end, it's something's about to happen. It's either you're going to eventually get knocked, you're going to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I didn't, because I had two violent strikes already. You know what I'm saying? And in this state, 3 strikes is life. You know what I'm saying? So at that particular point, before I even spoke to a lawyer, I already had 2 violent strikes. You know what I'm saying? I had attempt murder and I had a cutting charge. You know what I'm saying? I had a cutting charge from Rikers Island. So that would have made my 3rd. You know what I'm saying? That another attempt murder would have made my 3rd. And I was looking at it yo, I'm gonna be in there for life. You know what I'm saying? So it's either I'm gonna shoot it out with the police when they run down on me, or you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go and do life, or I just keep on escaping and just, living on nuts and grass and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
So, Chi sat down with me and did his first interview once he got out of prison. And he was on the run for a while also. He was actually on America's Most Wanted. And what he was saying was that he would have to rob drug dealers to really kind of get by, during the time that he was on the run, because he couldn't just, do the standard illegal thing where you're selling drugs or you're, doing something of that sort, because you get knocked for smoking weed and you're gone for life. Were you having to do something kind of similar?
Not really, you know what I'm saying? Because I had people, I always had people that fuck with me, man, that you know what I'm saying? As much bad shit happened to me, you know what I'm saying? There's always supporters, you know what I'm saying? So throughout that bid, throughout that run, I was able to, you know what I'm saying? I was able to be okay, you know what I mean? And I really didn't do too much illegal. I did a couple things, but nothing too crazy. I was just really laid up in spots, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't go out too much. I just laid up in spots and just waited. You know what I'm saying? My plan was to get the fuck out the country, you know what I mean? So I tried to get to Canada, but my shit was flagged.
So you got caught trying to go to Canada?
Yeah.
When they first arrested you, did they give you a plea bargain at that point?
Nah, they was trying to hit me with the life, you know what I'm saying? That's what the DA was running with, was yo, they was trying to hit me with the life and shit. And then I had hired a lawyer. And basically what it was I couldn't get the life because my jail case, the cutting case, I was sentenced as a felony, but they only gave me state time for it. So you can't, you can't, you have to have, if you're gonna get a felony, you have to be charged with a felony. You understand what I'm saying? A violent felony. So they charged me as a violent felony, but they sentenced me as a misdemeanor. You know what I'm saying? So they gave me a year bid or something like that on Rikers Island. So that ran concurrent with whatever I was doing. So my lawyer was able to argue that and got me the lower bid. You know what I'm saying? When I went to court, you know what I'm saying? So I did about a year on the island fighting this Jin case. It wasn't really Jin because, I didn't shoot Jin, you know what I'm saying? But fighting that particular case. And you know what I'm saying? I was going through it, you know what I'm saying? I was on the island wilding, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought it was over, you know what I'm saying? I'm lashing out, you know what I'm saying? I'm going out there I'm cutting for phones and doing all that dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? And then but eventually after I realized once they took that that third felony off, that I mean the you know what I'm saying, the life off, then I was like, all right, cool, you know what I'm saying, I could get a flat bid. And you know, when you in jail for like big crimes, like you dream of a flat bid. Like motherfuckers would take a 25 to flat, like a 25 flat bid and take that shit like, yo, I want that. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Versus taking a 15 of life. Because if you take a 15 of life, they could just douche you until you dead. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, when they said I could get a flat, I'm just like, thank God. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, yo, it's either from, you can either get, you know, 10 or 15. It's in that range. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, thank God the lawyer was able to hit me with, was able to work it down to 11. I got sentenced to 11 years. I did 10, you know what I'm saying? I just came home and yeah.
Jin actually testified in the trial?
Jin, I didn't take it to trial, so Jin didn't testify. But Jin, I seen paperwork. Jin definitely told, you know what I mean? Jin told, and the other dude, LS told, you know what I'm saying? He took the stand. I mean, I witnessed him take the stand. Jin didn't have to take the stand because Jin wasn't, you know, he wasn't the person that was shot. But he did say that it was me. He did pick me out of a photo array, you know what I'm saying? And to talk about that, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you're going to talk about it anyway, so let me just talk about it. Like, so basically, like, you know, Jin told on me, you know what I'm saying? So, like, one of my homies, when I came home, I'm going to leave his name, you know, disclosed. I'm not going to say his name, you know what I'm saying? But he's in the game and shit. So when I came home, he's salty about Jin. You know, like, yo, he ratted on you. You know what I'm saying? Son ain't supposed to rat on you. He ratted on you and all that. But in my mind, like, I'm like, yo. And then I kind of, like, I never really said anything about it. Like, I just let him go because I really didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just, that's his opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I let it ride. You know what I mean? And then, like, to rewind that, like, 2 weeks before I came home, Jin wrote me a kite, a letter. You know what I'm saying? And I got the letter and shit. And, like, you know, the letter was from Hong Kong, and Jin, I did 10 years. Jin never wrote me one letter. You know what I'm saying? He wrote that letter 2 weeks before I was able to come home. And you know, you got internet and all that. Like everybody know, you can search. Like, and Jin, I realized something about Jin. Jin is really like, he be on the internet. Like he do his homework. You know what I'm saying? So like he did his homework and he found out I was about to come home. You know what I mean? And like, you know, he, in the letter, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know, talking about God. Really God was like really prevalent in that letter. It was like the base of the letter. Like basically like, yo, you know, God has brought me to another situation, like another, made me into another person. And I just wanted to reach out and like, cause God told me to do it and all that. And my response to the letter was like, yo, homie, like, I don't know if it's God or not, but I did 10 years, you know what I'm saying? So you're telling me God told you to holler at me 2 weeks before I came home? Like, God could have told you that 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, eventually, I mean, basically he never admitted it, but in my opinion, he did it because, you know, he wanted to make sure that the air was clear, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that, you know, it ain't no drama, you know what I'm saying? Because he moved on in his life. He got kids and he's married, like, you know what I'm saying? He don't want no drama, you know what I'm saying? And I respect that. I don't want no drama, you feel me? So I respect that he wrote me the letter. I just wish he would have been like, you know, more forthcoming with it. Like, yo, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Instead of really using the Jesus thing, you know what I mean? But I don't know if he's using it. I don't know. But that's just what it came. That's just how I felt about it, you know what I'm saying? So he hollered at me and then I wrote him back and I told him exactly that, you know what I'm saying? I told him like, yo, I told him, I don't hold nothing against you. You know what I'm saying? You told on me, but I don't hold that against you because you're not a criminal. You're not a gangster. You don't live by those codes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you're in the street, when you pick up that gun, you pick up that gang, you pick up that drug trade, when you, anything with the streets, you automatically sign a contract. You know what I'm saying? Saying that you're going to live by the street. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's like that now because, you know, it's a new era. Like everybody telling now. But this is how it's supposed to be. Code of the street. As soon as you get into that life, you're supposed to know anything happened, like it's on you. You made that conscious decision. He didn't make a conscious decision to be a gangster. So he never really stepped into that thing. His fault. So I can't really fault him on telling. He's a civilian. That's like if, that's like if I rob you, Vlad, for your chain and your wallet, and I run down on you, I take your shit, and then I end up clapping you or cutting you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you go to the police and tell, Vlad isn't a rat for that, you know what I'm saying? Vlad did what Vlad was supposed to do. Vlad the civilian did what Vlad the civilian was supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? So like a lot of people have that rat and shit twisted, you know what I'm saying? If you're not into that life and you tell, you're just doing your duty as a citizen, like, you know what I'm saying? But however, if you're living that life and you tell, then you're a rat, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't hold Jin to that, you know what I mean? I don't hold that Jin to that at all. So there was no animosity with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I did what I did, which was wrong. You know what I'm saying? He did what he did, you know what I'm saying? Which was a reaction to what I did, you know what I'm saying? So like, and I wrote him back. I was like, yo, it's nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then like a while ago, like not at the Eminem battle, I was at the Eminem battle and shit, and Jin like was scoping me and shit. And Jin ran down on me and shit. He saw me. He was kind of like watching me for a little bit. I was online, and he kind of like, he crossed the street and was like, yo, can I holler at you and shit? And I'm like, yeah, we holler. You know what I'm saying? So then we walked like off the line, and I went to holler at him, and we cleared the air, like, basically me telling him the same thing. Like, I ain't got no. It ain't nothing, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit is over. That's water under the bridge. I done moved on. I'm a different person now, you know what I'm saying? And like, with me and Jen, it's nothing. Will it ever be anything? Will it be like, are we gonna be friends? Like, are we gonna do that? Nah, we'll never be that, you know what I'm saying? But we can respect each other on this earth, you know what I'm saying? If he walk by, I say what's up, I salute him, you know what I'm saying? And that's it, like, ain't nothing else, you know what I'm saying? I would never cause no harm to him. I wouldn't tell anybody else to cause harm to him. I wouldn't slander his name, you know what I'm saying? Like,